Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online, the podcast where we unpack the incredible science and technology shaping our world. I am your host, and today we're talking about something that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction movie, but is quickly becoming a reality. What if you could play a real-life version of SimCity, but with your actual town? What if you could test drive a new public transport system, or see the real-world impact of a new skyscraper, all before a single brick was laid? This isn't a game. This is the power of digital twins. We've talked about what they are before: incredibly detailed, dynamic virtual models of a physical object or system. But today, we're looking to the future. We're going to explore how this groundbreaking technology, once the exclusive domain of giant corporations and megacities, is on the verge of becoming a tool for everyone, empowering communities, and maybe even you, to design the cities of tomorrow. So buckle up, because we're about to step into the virtual mirror of our world. When we hear about cutting-edge tech, we often associate it with a high price tag and a steep learning curve. Think about the first computers. They were massive, room-sized machines that cost millions and required a team of specialists to operate. Now, we carry infinitely more powerful computers in our pockets. That process, where technology becomes cheaper, easier to use, and accessible to the average person, is called democratization, and it's happening right now with digital twins. For years, creating a digital twin of an entire city was a monumental undertaking, reserved for places with immense resources, like Helsinki or New York. But that's changing fast. The cost of the sensors, the computing power, and the software is plummeting. And just as importantly, the tools to build and interact with these virtual worlds are becoming as user-friendly as a video game. This shift is unlocking a future with three incredible possibilities. First up, digital twins for all. Imagine you live in a small town, maybe a few thousand people. Your town council is debating building a new bridge to ease traffic. In the past, this decision would be based on old traffic surveys, static maps, and a lot of educated guesswork. But in the near future, your town could have its own digital twin. They could upload the proposed bridge design into this virtual model of your town. Instantly, they could simulate traffic flows not just for today, but for 10 years from now. They could see how traffic noise would affect the nearby residential area. They could even model the environmental impact, like how it might change water flow in the river below. This isn't just about convenience. This gives smaller municipalities and local communities the same powerful, data-driven planning tools that were previously only available to the world's largest and wealthiest cities. It levels the playing field, allowing for smarter, more efficient decisions everywhere, not just in the big hubs. But what if we could take it a step further? What if the digital twin wasn't just built for the people, but also by the people? This leads us to the second and perhaps most revolutionary idea: citizen-created content. You're probably already a part of something like this. If you've ever used an app like Waze to report a traffic jam or a police car, you've contributed to a real-time, crowdsourced model of the road network. Now, apply that same principle to the entire urban environment. Your smartphone is a ridiculously powerful data collection device. It has a high-resolution camera, precise GPS, and in many cases, even a LiDAR scanner that can measure depth and create 3D models. Imagine an app that lets you walk around your neighborhood and, just by pointing your phone, you help to create a detailed, up-to-the-minute 3D map. This data could then be integrated into the city's main digital twin. The official model might show a building, but the citizen-sourced layer could add rich, dynamic detail. It could show that a specific storefront is now vacant, flag a broken piece of pavement that needs fixing, map out wheelchair-accessible routes, or even highlight the best street art in the district. This turns the digital twin from a static, top-down tool into a living, breathing, co-created reflection of the city, built by the very people who know it best. Of course, for any of this to work, for small towns to build their own models, and for citizens to contribute, you need a common foundation. This brings us to our third key point: the need for open and accessible platforms. A closed, proprietary system where one company owns the platform and controls all the data would stifle this entire revolution. The future of urban digital twins has to be built on open standards, much like the internet itself. An open platform allows for widespread participation and explosive innovation. It means a small tech startup could develop a new app to analyze air quality using the twins' data. An environmental nonprofit could build a tool to identify the best locations for planting new trees to combat urban heat. University researchers could use the open data to study urban mobility and design better public transport systems. Openness ensures that this powerful new infrastructure benefits everyone. It prevents a monopoly on our city's data and unleashes the collective creativity of citizens, entrepreneurs, and researchers to solve urban problems. Now, a future where every community has a digital twin co-created by its citizens sounds fantastic, but is it just a pipe dream? Is there real momentum behind this? To answer that, we just have to follow the money. And the numbers are staggering. The digital twin market is not just growing, it is exploding. One market report projects that the global digital twin market will skyrocket from around $10 billion in 2023 to over $110 billion by 2028. That's a tenfold increase in just 5 years. Another report is even more bullish, predicting the market could hit nearly $183 billion by 2030. That is a compound annual growth rate of over 60% in one estimate. To put that in perspective, that's one of the fastest growth rates you'll see in any technology sector. And what's fueling this incredible boom? It's the realization that digital twins are a game changer across a huge range of industries. In advanced manufacturing, companies create digital twins of their jet engines or entire factory floors. These virtual models, fed with real-time data from sensors, can predict when a part will fail long before it actually does, saving millions in maintenance and preventing disasters. In healthcare, we're seeing the dawn of digital twins of human organs, or even entire human bodies. Imagine a surgeon being able to practice a complex and risky heart operation on a patient's virtual twin dozens of times, ensuring the procedure is perfect before ever making an incision. The widespread adoption in these other massive sectors is fantastic news for our future cities. All the research, the investment, and the technological breakthroughs in manufacturing and healthcare create a ripple effect. It makes the underlying technology cheaper, the software more powerful, and the talent pool of engineers and data scientists deeper. This cross-industry boom is the engine that will ultimately power the democratization of digital twins for urban planning, making them better, faster, and more accessible for everyone. So where does this all lead? The road ahead for urban digital twins is paved with incredible possibilities. As the technology becomes cheaper and more user-friendly, as we learn to harness the power of citizen-created data, and as we build these systems on open, collaborative platforms, we are fundamentally changing how we interact with our cities. We are moving from a world of reactive problem-solving to one of proactive, data-driven design. We are building the tools to create cities that are not just smarter, but more sustainable in the face of climate change, more resilient to shocks and stresses, more efficient with their resources, and ultimately more livable and equitable for all their inhabitants. The next time you walk down your street, look at the buildings, the traffic, the parks, and the people. You're not just walking through a physical space. You're moving through a vast, invisible web of data. And soon, you might have the power to not only see that data, but to use it, to contribute to it, and to help build its virtual reflection. These digital twins, these virtual replicas of our world, are far more than just a technological marvel. They are a key, unlocking a better, smarter, and more collaborative urban future. And you might just be the one holding it. Thanks for tuning in to G-Fun Facts Online. I'm your host, signing off. Join us next time as we explore another fascinating piece of our amazing world.